The year that was historic year for Eala. 2 weeks before the WTA 1000 Miami Open last March, Eala competed in the ITF W75 Trnava in Slovakia. Ranked 140th in the world at the time, Eala was defeated in the second round by world number 266 Valentina Reiser of Switzerland, 6-4, 2-6, 2-6. 2 months earlier, she missed out on the women's singles main draw of the Australian Open after falling to world number 134 Jana Fed of Croatia, 5-7, 2-6, in the opening round of the qualifiers. It marked the third consecutive year she bowed out in the Australian Open qualifiers. Then came the Miami Miracle, a breakthrough that catapulted Eala into mainstream recognition and forever elevated the standing of Philippine tennis in the international arena of the Open era. Eala secured 4 straight wins against players all ranked in the top 80 in the world. Before Miami, she had only beaten 2 players ranked in the top 100. Her previous best showing in a WTA event was a second-round finish at the Winners' Open in Cluj-Napoca, Romania, in 2021. In Miami, she advanced all the way to the semifinals, defeating 3 Grand Slam champions on her way. World number 25 Jelena Ostapenko of Latvia, 2017 French Open. World number 5 Madison Keys of the United States, 2025 Australian Open. And world number 2 Iga Swiatek of Poland, French Open 2020, 2022, 2023, 2024, U.S. Open 2022, Wimbledon 2025. As Eala climbed the world rankings and became a fixture on the WTA Tour, her list of historic feats continued to grow. Yet, as competition intensified, losses also began to pile up, a natural part of life on the professional circuit. Eala's journey was uniquely nuanced, as it came with a large Filipino fan base, including both devoted supporters and critical observers. Social media quickly became a battleground, with some keyboard warriors pouncing on every misstep to downplay her accomplishments. Many of these fans, who previously knew little about Philippine tennis or the difference between the Billie Jean King Cup and the Davis Cup, suddenly posed as tennis experts, critiquing her every defeat. But true tennis enthusiasts and longtime followers recognized how far the Rafa Nadal Academy product had come. In 2024, Eala was ranked only 158th in the world. What a difference a year made. Some years passed quietly, measured only by calendars and routines. Others announced themselves with the sound of history being written. For Eala, this was one of those years, the kind that doesn't just move forward but lifts a career into a new chapter. It was a year of belief tested, talent confirmed, and a dream carried not just by one athlete, but by an entire nation watching closely. From the first serve of the season to the final point played, Eala's year unfolded like a carefully written story, one where discipline met opportunity, and courage answered every challenge. Roots of a dream. Long before the bright lights of international tournaments and roaring crowds, Eala was a young girl with a racket, a court, and a dream bigger than the boundaries around her. Growing up in the Philippines, a country more often associated with basketball and boxing, tennis was not the obvious path. Yet from the start, Eala showed something different. Not just skill, but intention. This year reflected those early roots. Every match seemed to echo the long hours of training, the sacrifices made far from home, and the decision to chase excellence on a global stage. It was not luck that brought her success. It was preparation finally meeting its moment, breaking through the noise. In a sport crowded with prodigies and rising stars, standing out requires more than talent. It demands consistency, mental strength, and the courage to compete without fear. This year, Eala did exactly that. Match after match, she stepped onto the court with calm determination. Her ground strokes carried confidence. Her movement showed maturity, and her composure under pressure surprised even seasoned observers. She didn't just play to survive rallies, she played to control them. What made the year historic was not one single victory, but the pattern that emerged. Eala began to show that she belonged. She challenged higher-ranked opponents, pushed matches deep, and refused to be overwhelmed by reputation. Each performance added another brick to a growing foundation of belief, a flag carried with pride. Every athlete represents something beyond themselves, but for Eala, The Philippine flag has always been close to her heart. This year, that connection felt stronger than ever. With every win, social media lit up back home. Young players picked up rackets. Fans stayed up late to watch matches streamed from across the world. For many Filipinos, Alex wasn't just playing tennis. She was redefining what was possible. She carried herself with quiet pride, never loud, never boastful. In interviews, she spoke with humility, always acknowledging her team, her family, and the country that supported her. This balance, confidence without arrogance, made her story resonate even more deeply. Lessons in loss. A historic year is never perfect. There were losses, tough matches where momentum slipped, opportunities narrowly missed, and lessons learned the hard way. But what set Alex apart was how she responded. She didn't let defeat define her. Instead, she treated every loss as information. Each setback became a classroom, each mistake a teacher. Her growth was visible not just in her victories, but in her resilience. There were moments when matches stretched long, when fatigue set in, and when pressure threatened to crack focus. Yet time and again, Alex reset, adjusted, and fought back. That mental toughness, so rare and so valuable, became one of the defining features of her year. Maturity beyond years. What truly made this year historic was the maturity Eala displayed. She played with the patience of a veteran and the hunger of a newcomer. She understood when to attack and when to defend, when to push and when to breathe. Off the court, she spoke with clarity and thoughtfulness. She understood that success is temporary, but growth is lasting. Her discipline in training, her respect for the sport, and her willingness to learn suggested that this year was not a peak, but a beginning. Coaches and analysts began to speak of her not just as a promising talent, but as a future contender. That shift in perception marked a powerful turning point, a year that changed the conversation. Before this year, Eala was often introduced as a young prospect or a promising junior. By the end of it, the conversation had changed. She was now seen as a serious competitor, someone capable of challenging established players and handling the demands of professional tennis. Her performances forced people to pay attention, to learn her name, and to respect her journey. More importantly, she changed the conversation about Filipino athletes in global tennis. She proved that with the right support, mindset, and work ethic, boundaries can be broken.